Hi guys, welcome to this video. So in this video guys, we are going to continue looking at selection. In the last class, we talked about the different types of selection. We talked about using if statements as well as case statements. But then we also looked at the different types of if statements. We said we have simple if statements, which are basically used when you have two options. And then we have nested if statements, which are used when you have three or more options. Okay. So in this video, we'll focus more on nested if statement, and we'll look at how we can apply nested if statement to solve a real world problem. And in this case, we're going to create a simple game, and we are going to attempt to use nested if statement to try to solve or win that game. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, let's go ahead and open up our Python editor. I'm going to use PyCharm as usual for this. And as we wait for PyCharm to load up, we're going to create a new project. Okay, if you guys don't have this already, for some of you, you might have the project that we started creating last time, which was selection. So just continue from selection. And if you do not have selection, then just go ahead and create a new project, call it selection. And inside selection, you're going to create a new Python file. So just right click on the project, go to new, and then select Python file. And I'm going to call this as guessing game. Okay, guessing game. And so now I have my Python file ready to receive the code. So guys, now what we're going to do is just to describe the game that we want to create. So here's how the game is going to play out. We are going to write an algorithm which is going to generate a random number between a given range, let's say between 1 and 10 inclusive. So the number that will be generated, we'll call this as the secret number. Okay, so assume we run this code and the computer generates a number such as 7, then 7 becomes the secret number. Okay, now the way the user is supposed to play this game is that they're supposed to guess what number the computer generated. Okay, so in this case, if the computer generated 7, the user has to guess that number. If they guess it right, then they win the game. If they don't guess it right, then we have to determine how far away from the real number is their guess. Okay, for example, if the computer generated 7 and the user guessed, let's say 10, we need to tell the user to say your number or your guessed number is larger than the secret number without telling them the actual secret number. So it is up to the user to figure out again which number is smaller than the guessed number, and then closer to the secret number. So the first thing that we want to do is to generate the random number. So to generate the random number, there's a library in Python which is called random, and it's basically used for generating a random number. So you can specify what type of number you want to generate. In our case, we want to generate an integer between 1 and 10 inclusive. So the number can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. So but one of those numbers. So we're going to import the library for random numbers. So just say import random, and this is going to allow you to generate a random number. I'm going to create a variable called secret number, and this one is going to hold the secret number that will be generated. So how we generate a random number, we use the random library. We say random dot and then rand int, because I want to generate a random integer. So rand int, and then specify the range of the numbers that I want. So I want the numbers to be between 1 and 10 inclusive. And you guys, you can go ahead right now and try out to see what secret number is generated just by writing this code. So this one will generate a secret number, and this one is going to print the number on the screen. So let's run it. And then you can see that we print 7. Let's run it one more time, and you see that we print 4. How about one more time? And you see that we print 9. So we can tell our code is already generating a random number. So in this variable, at any point, it's going to hold the random number that would have been generated when line 3 is executed. Okay. So what we want to do now is to use this secret number that has been generated to test if the user can actually guess the correct number. So to ask the user to guess a number, so just say guess number or guess number is equal to, and then let's get an integer number from the user. So we're going to get input and then just ask the user to guess the number. So please, let's say make a guess, or let's say please guess the secret number. Not make a guess, let's be specific. Please guess the secret number. Okay, and then let's convert this number, because remember I told you the other day that input by default, when the user enters a number, input converts that number to string. So we don't want to have a string number. We want to have an integer. So we put int and then put that. So the data type for the guess number must be the same as the secret number. If they're different, then no matter if you have 5 and 5 here, but if the data type is different, then it will not work out. Okay. So let's go ahead and compare now what the user has guessed with what we want. We can go ahead and remove line 9. We don't need it. And let's just compare now if the secret number. So if the guessed number is the same as the secret number, then we know, if this is the case, then we know that we tell them, okay, congratulations, congratulations. And then we can give them a message, you have guessed the number correct. Okay. Okay. Or you have guessed the correct number, whichever. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, if they don't guess the correct number, then we go for the nested if. So we say elif, which is else if. Elif, we need to test if the guessed number is actually less than the secret number. So if the guessed number is less than the secret number, then we print the message to tell them that your guessed number is smaller than the secret number. This way, they will know that their number is actually smaller than the secret number and they should enter a larger number. Otherwise, we should tell them, so the only option, if it is not equal to secret number and it is not less than secret number, then it is greater than secret number. Remember what we said about the number of if statements that you're supposed to have based on the number of options. So in this case, we have got 3 options. So we should have only 2 if statements, the first if statement and the second if statement here. Okay. So the last one will be just else. And then we should tell them that the number that they have guessed, just copy and paste this one and tell them that the number that they have guessed, your guessed number is larger or greater. Okay, larger, since we're using smaller here, let's use larger here, larger than the secret number. Okay, and then that's the case. All right, guys, so right now we want to test the program if it's going to work. Okay, and then let's see how it will play out. So run it, enter the secret number. Okay, so the secret number, I'm guessing it is 4, and it tells me your guessed number is smaller than the secret number, so which means the secret number is actually greater than 4 rather. Now let's write it one more time, and I'm going to guess this time 5. Oh my God, I guessed it right. Oh my God, I didn't even think about it. Okay, I guessed it right the first time. Okay, so this is perfect. Let's run it one more time. And then let's try 7. Oh my God, I guessed it again. Oh, I can play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I can play, I can play this lottery stuff. I'm guessing it right the first time. Oh my God. Okay, let's play. Somebody might be thinking, no, you programmed it to say that. No, 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 no. Let's try to guess 1. Okay, it tells me your guess number is smaller than the secret number. Let's try to run it again and let's guess this time 3. It tells me the guess number is smaller than the secret number. So you can tell that it was not necessarily a coincidence. I was just so good. Okay, so now guys, something that you should notice about this is that it sounds so boring. The game feels so boring because you are having to run it every time. Like for example, I guessed 3 and it tells me it is smaller than the secret number, and I've had to run it. And every time I run it, it actually generates a new secret number. I would never have an opportunity to move towards the number that I'm trying to guess as long as I have this kind of arrangement where every time I need to, to guess, I have to rerun the code. Now, this is a problem. This is a problem. Now, if we're working with a realistic game, we need to modify this so that this program can automatically, give us the opportunity to run or to enter the secret number again without us having to rerun the code. Okay, so notice if I enter the number 4 and I hit enter, okay, I'm so good, guys. I'm so good. I guessed it right again. So yeah, so now I don't want to, to have, if I fail to enter it right, and then I have to run the code again. So what we need to do, guys, is to bring in the aspect of repeating this code every time we make a wrong guess. Okay, so what we're going to do is to attempt to just modify this code. So I'm going to just say, hey, while I'm going to bring in a loop, while the guess number, or as long as the guess number is not equal to the secret number, this is an opportunity for me to repeat this code. As long as the secret number is not equal to the guess number, then what should happen is I should have this. I should find out if the secret number is less than or equal to the guess number. So I'm going to just delete this last part now. Notice what I did. I just copied this other part and brought it up there. I didn't delete much. I just did this. And then now just push these guys inside like that. Okay. So notice what I've done, guys. I just got the one that was less than secret number, elif secret number, guess number, less than secret number. And I changed this. I removed the elif and I made it else. and if, and then this one remains else. So what this means, guys, is that it's going to be testing. If it's not equal to the secret number, it's going to be testing if it is less than the secret number. If it's less than the secret number, it will print this message. And if it is not less than the secret number, it will print this message. Then after, when this equals the secret number, which means it will never go inside here, okay? And then it will come to line 13. And in line 13, we are trying to check if it's equal to the secret number. We don't need this line 13 because we have already tested it here if it is equal to the secret number. So if it's equal to the secret number, it will not go inside here. It will come outside the while loop. You can even minimize this if you want, minimize it by clicking there. And it will come outside the while loop into line 13. And line 13 is a duplicate of line 7. So we don't need line 13. We delete line 13 and bring this back like that. Okay. So now, guys, let's look at the code. So the code is so simple, guys, super, super simple. What we're doing is we have this conditional loop, okay, which is checking if the guess number is not equal to the secret number. If it is not equal to the secret number, then it checks if it is less than the secret number. If it's less than the secret number, then it prints this message. If it is not less than the secret number, it prints this message. If it is equal to the secret number, then it prints this message. So it's basically more like nested if statement, except that we have now used the conditional loop to allow us to repeat something again and again as long as the user is keeping on entering the values which are wrong. So before we run the code, guys, I need to clarify something. This code is going to run, but it's going to stumble into some infinite loop of some kind. Now, I think this is the most common problem if you use a while loop and you don't know how to use a while loop. It is one of the most difficult loops to terminate because it requires to have two inputs or a value outside the while loop, like this value here, the initial value, which is giving the value to this one, but then it needs also to have another input inside the while loop, which changes this value number. So that you know the problem, let's just try to run it. And then let's go ahead and type in a number such as 34 and hit enter key and notice what has happened. The loop will never terminate until the computer crashes. Okay, so we don't want the computer to crash. I'm going to stop this program and then I'm going to explain what happened. So what happened is that we provided the number 34 here, which we guessed, okay? And the computer checked 34, it is not, if it's not equal to the secret number. Of course, it was not equal to the secret number because the secret number was in this range and 34 was greater than that range. So it checked if the number was less than the secret number and it was not less than the secret number, it was greater than the secret number, so it printed this message. But then it had to go back to line 7 to check if the secret number is less than or is not equal to the guess number. And the number, secret number, the guess number was still 34, and it was never equal to secret number. It again printed this line, and again went back to check if the guess number is equal to or not equal to the secret number. If it is not, then it prints this message. And notice that it will always print this message like you saw from the terminal, like you saw, it was just printing this message. So what we're supposed to do is to copy line 5, which should allow the user to enter a new guess number. Okay, we should allow them to guess a new number. Now let's run it, and then now let's guess 23, and it tells them your guess number is larger than the secret number. Guess the secret number. So now we guess, let's say 12, and it tells them it's larger than the secret number. Guess the secret number. Okay, I don't like the way it's saying guess the secret number. Let's just say guess a new secret number. Okay, a new secret number. Let's stop and run it again. So now if I enter 34, it says your guess number is larger than the secret number. Please guess a new secret number. So now I enter 9 and it says your guess number is larger than the secret number. Guess a new number. So let me enter 5 and it tells me your guess number is larger than the secret number. Please guess a new secret number. Let me enter 3 and it tells me, hey, congratulations, you've guessed the correct number. Okay, so this is that. So you guys try to play around with this now and see if you guys can guess your random numbers. Okay.